me, the 2016 racing season kicks off with the roar before the Rolex 24 at the Daytona International Speedway. 3 days of testing and practice for teams preparing to compete in the two-door United Sports Car Championship and the FIA World Endurance Championship. I had so much fun roaming the track as I capture the action in pictures and video, especially in the garage where I get right in the middle of the action. This year's Roar was particularly exciting because of the debut of a few new race cars. BMW brought the new M6, which looked awesome as a race car, and I really liked the bare carbon one. Ferrari was there with their new 488, and from my perspective as a photographer, there isn't much of a change from the 458, but I'm sure Ferrari has found a way to make it go faster, so I'm really looking forward to them being a top contender. The car I wanted to see the most was the new Ford GT, and there were two at the Roar getting ready for the 2016 season. In 1966, Ford won Le Mans, a dominating 1-2-3 finish with its Ford GT40, and has taken on the monumental task of designing and building the new Ford GT to compete at Le Mans this year, marking the 50th anniversary of that legendary win in 1966. I've always been a fan of the Ford's GT40 and the Ford GT, which they built in 2005. And I've been fortunate to have photographed some fine examples. Coming through. This new Ford GT has taken it to another level, and we'll soon know how competitive it can be. I will say it looks incredible in person. Standing next to it, you easily realize just how low it is and how long and sleek it looks from a profile angle. The original Ford GT40 stood only 40 inches tall, which is where the 40 in GT40 comes from. I checked out the interior, and the first thing that caught my eye was the huge screen for the rear-facing camera. It brought a smile to my face as I thought back to the days when Dan Gurney was driving the GT40 at Le Mans, and his innovation was to cut a hole in the roof so his helmet would fit, and then cover it with a bubble. His workaround became known as the Gurney bubble, which other drivers applied, like the one in this picture I took of a 1971 Chevron at the 2015 Classic 24 right here at Daytona. Looks are one part of the equation, with sound being another. Ford's EcoBoost Power had it sounding much like Ganassi's Target DPs, which isn't a bad thing because I kind of like that deep-throated roar when they get on the gas. I just kind of wish this car had a sound all its own so you knew it was coming even with your back turned. After watching them work on the car for a while, it was finally time for them to go out on the track. So I watched them take off and then headed over to the International Horseshoe to get some pictures. horseshoe is a great spot to get pictures, and I think I got a few keepers of the new Ford GT and the other cars preparing for the 2016 Rolex 24 here at Daytona. Just before the session ends, I like to head back to the garage so I can catch the cars coming in and the drivers walking back.
Aber langsomt ist okay.
Have some fun.
Well.
Unfortunately, not everyone is able to make it back under their own power, but they will make it right again in time for the next session. The weather wasn't very cooperative this year, so I didn't get as many pictures and videos as I would have liked, but I'm still very happy I got to see and photograph the new Ford GT. I'm excited to see what it can do in the Rolex 24 and how good the teams get by the time the 24-hour Le Mans rolls around. Ford took it to Ferrari with that 1-2-3 finish back in 1966, with Ferrari coming back with a vengeance to beat Ford the following year right here at Daytona in this Ferrari 330 P4, which I had the opportunity to photograph during an exhibition run prior to the 2011 Rolex 24. The Ford-Ferrari rivalry has been ignited once again, and this could be an exciting year for race fans. One thing for sure is, I'll be there right in the middle of the action with my camera in hand getting pictures and video like this.